Nick speaking, and welcome to this battle report. Right, it is Eldar Saim Hann style versus Mech Blood Angels, and obviously we've deployed. We're playing the Scouring. I'll go through the objectives in a minute, but first of all, my Saim Hann army. I sort of forgot to bring my Crimson Hunter because he was in a different box, so I've replaced that with some Swooping Hawks for now, as I had them. So obviously I've deployed here at the moment. I've got 2 single fire prisms just there. I have a Vulcan with 5 Dire Avengers in, a Farseer with Warlocks. The Warlocks have Conceal, Destructor and the Quickening, and the Farseer has, if I can get there, Guide, the Will of Usuran, Mind War and Doom. Then we have a Wave Serpent that's got 10 Dire Avengers in, 2 squads of 2 Vipers with Scatter Laser Shuriken Cannons. We have a squad of Scatter Bikes just there, and those over there have got Shuriken Cannons tonight. I did get the Warlord trait, which lets me scout 2 units, so I did scout that bike squad just up over there. So the Blood Angels have deployed. As I said, they've mech'd up tonight, and because of the side armour and speed of my Strength 6 guns, they've decided to reserve pretty much most of it. So 2 Preds there on the table. The rest is going to be in reserve. There's going to be 4 Dreads, a couple of Scouts outflanking, some Whirlwinds and some Razorbacks coming on. So yeah, the Scouring is what we're playing. We have a 4-pointer objective just there. We have a 2-pointer there, 1 point there, 3 points in front of my jet bikes, another 3-pointer there, and that one right over there is a 2-pointer. So the Blood Angels are currently going first. I'm not going to try to seize the initiative, so we're going to go for Blood Angels turn 1. Okay, so turn 1 for the Blood Angels. Basically what happened was the 2 Preds there moved up 12 inches, didn't get immobilised on the terrain, and then proceeded to shoot my Viper unit. I did jink, got quite a number of saves through, but 1 penetrating hit got through. I lost a weapon, Scatter Laser on the top, and of course took a hull point. That was pretty much it. The Dread just hiding out there behind that piece of terrain in the middle of the table. Okay, so we're going to move on now to turn 1 for the Eldar. Okay, so that was my turn 1. So obviously with a good majority of high point objectives over on my side of the table, decided to play it a little bit more defensively. Still went out to try and get first blood, so I moved the tanks all over this side of the table. I was eyeing up both the Dread and the Pred there, and then I sent those bikes over there with the Scatter Lasers up over there. I managed to get 1 whole point off of the Dread, just glanced it. 1 whole point off of the Pred at the back there from a Fire Prism, and then I took the other 2 whole points off from the Scatter Bikes just over here. So I managed to get first blood. I then turbo boosted the jet bike squad that was there all the way over here in the corner, along with the 2 squads of Vipers. They moved backwards, basically moving flat out. I then jumped the Seer Council to the left in the assault phase, and jumped those bikes backwards towards my deployment zone in the assault phase. Psychic power wise, well, I tried to guide the Fire Prism, and that was denied by the Witch, and then I didn't really bother with the other powers because they weren't very useful. And that was it. So we're going to move on now to Blood Angels turn 2, and of course they've got a good number of reserves to come in, so we'll be back with turn 2. Okay, so that was turn 2 there for the Blood Angels. A good majority of units came in from reserve. We had some flanking scouts come on here. We've got a Vindicator there, another Librarian Dreadnought, another Vindicator. We've got a Whirlwind there. Is it auto cannon? Is it also? Yes. Yeah, auto cannon Dread, and a Razorback. So they started off basically shooting that pred at my jet bikes here. I jinked, I did lose one, and then I got shot by that razorback on those bikes, and I lost another one. I obviously, as they're still there, I did actually manage to pass my leadership check, which was very useful. Slightly worried there, to be honest. Over this side of the table, combination of good play by the Blood Angels and probably bad play by me, really, to be fair. It's been a while since I played the Eldar, but A, I should have had my tanks up against the board edge, because obviously my rear armour was exposed, and B, I've got them very close together, and there's two big blast templates there. So anyway, the two whirlwinds shot me. I jinked all three tanks. I basically managed to save everything on this one. This one got 1 whole point off, and this one survived mainly because after losing a jet bike from that dread over there, the scouts who originally came on for this decided to shoot the bikes to try and make them run off the board. They successfully killed a bike, 2 bikes actually, but once again I made my leadership check, so just 3 jet bikes left there. That was it, basically. The only thing to mention was in the previous turn I said I didn't use the Nemor Psychic powers, but I actually did. I used the Primaris powers on the Seer Council, but it didn't come into effect because they weren't targeted. Okay, so we're going to move on now to turn 2 for the Eldar, and I've got my Swooping Hawks to come in. Okay, so that was my turn 2. So obviously I had the 3 tanks there all jinking, so I just moved them around, tried to spread them out a bit. I moved the Vipers and jet bikes back just there, targeted the scouts. Apart from one unit of jet bikes that just rolled atrociously, I did pretty well. Got them down to 2, they didn't fail their leadership, so it would have been nice to have taken them out, but just 2 left, so that's not too bad. Took the Seer Council up over there, ready to assault the Vindicator or the Librarian Dread. Moved the Wave Serpent there to try and just take that Vindicator out, but he failed miserably thanks to some good cover saves. I was slightly out of range with the shield, maybe a bit of a mistake, but at least I've got the shield to shoot later in the game. The jet bikes moved up onto here and shot that dread. I did manage to get 1 whole point off of that dread there. The Swooping Hawks, I wasn't quite sure what to do with them, so I put them in a possibly slightly safer position. I just went behind the bunker there, ran and just spread out a bit. So I'm in a fairly nice position, but there's quite a lot of reserves for Blood Angels still to come as we move in to turn 3 for the Blood Angels. Okay, so that was turn 3 for the Blood Angels, and some more reserves came in. Over this side of the table we had 3 speeders with their heavy bolters. They came on, shot my jet bikes which were just on that piece of terrain. Did save quite well, but I did lose 1 there. Those guys there came, well, the guys at the back came on from reserve, and then this tank came up over here. The guys got out, targeted my jet bikes, failed miserably to shoot them. However, as you can see, they are running, so even though I only lost 1, I was running, and I got a really good run roll, just 4 inches they ran, so that was pretty useful. Then over this side of the table here, the Vindicator shot my Valken, which was just there, and as you can see by that number 6, it is immobilised. So yeah, down to 2 whole points and immobilised just there. The 2 little pesky scouts came up, assaulted my fire prism. They did manage to get 1 whole point off there, so I'm down to 2 whole points. The Librarian Dread over there came up, used its flamer, shot me with the flamer. I managed to save those. Then he assaulted me, but yeah, took him down with the witch blades before he could hit me, so that was pretty useful. And then the Whirlwind shot. What did you shoot with the Whirlwind? The jet bikes, wasn't it? And then you basically, yeah, oh yes, that's right. You shot the Swooping Hawks. I saved really well, just 1 Swooping Hawk went down, so again that was pretty useful. And that was pretty much it. The autocannon shot over here at the bikes, but I saved everything. So a good round for me, I think. Apart from a mobilised Valken, I would say that was a good round. Okay, so we're going to move now into turn 3 for the Eldar. Okay, so that was turn 3 for the Eldar. Pretty decent turn for me, to be fair there. So the bikes over here, they managed to regroup, which is pretty useful. They had already jinked previously, along with the Wave Serpent. So I opened up all the jinking units on that squad of 5 men. Managed to kill 1, but that was pretty much all. I used the shield on there just because it's on 1 hull point, so I figured I probably wouldn't get another chance. So even though it was jinking a snapshotting, I thought it was worth a go. The 2 Vipers and what else? Yeah, no, the 2 Vipers managed to shoot the Dreadnought that was there, so that went down. And then I shot both the Fire Prisms and the Valken. The Valken was jinking at the what was it? A Razorback. Shot that, took 1 hull point off, and can only snapshot next turn. And then over here I sent the Seer Council to the rear of the 2nd Vindicator, and as you can see I managed to wreck that. Right over on the other side of the table, the Swooping Hawks that were there moved 18 inches, assaulted that Pred, and as you can see that's also wrecked. So I managed to do quite a bit of damage, but there's still some reserves for the Blood Angels. We've got some more scouts and another dread to come as we move into turn 4 for the Blood Angels. Okay, so Blood Angels turn 4. The reserves automatically came on. We have another dread that came on up over there, and then the scouts who flanked came on there. Targeted my Swooping Hawks, lost a few from the scouts, and then the speeders that moved up from there, and they were made twin link from the Librarian dread that's hiding behind there, and took out a big bunch of the Swooping Hawks. And then these guys got out. They also concentrated on the Hawks as well. The last few cannons shot over here at my Vipers. I lost 1 hull point on the front Viper there. Managed to get my invulnerable soul from the hollow fields on the other one. The Whirlwind just moved up fast up over there, trying to get away from the Seer Council. And that was pretty much it. So we're going to move in now swiftly to the Eldar turn 4. Okay, so my turn 4. Start off with the Swooping Hawks, just 2 left, so they skyleapt back in the air, because obviously they're a fast attack choice as well. Turbo boosted up the jet bikes, the Seer Council there, just to cause a little bit of trouble in the ranks there as much as I could. Everything else basically shot the Whirlwind, which moved up into the open, and I managed to wreck that. Just shuffled around really here, just waiting for the game to continue as we move on to turn 5 for the Blood Angels. Okay, so turn 5 for the Blood Angels, and their shooting prowess fails them this time. Twin linked up the speeders. Tried to get a point by shooting my Vipers out. Did manage to take 1 hull point off, so that destroyed 1. The twin link last cannon from the Razorback tried to shoot in, that missed. And then these guys just moved and ran up towards some objectives. As we move on to turn 5 for the Eldar. Okay, so that's turn 5 there for the Eldar. Brought the Swooping Hawks down just there, just hiding them. I concentrated up over there, managed to give the Emboldened Heavy Flamers to all of the Seer Council, took the guys out, and the Dread that was there, rear armour, and then I assaulted the last cannon guy that was left, and then obviously killed him, consolidated over towards the objective that's up over there, turbo boosted the bikes onto that objective and onto that objective. Have these 3 objectives here already. I did do some shooting but failed to kill anything apart from a couple of guys just there. And that's it. So I currently hold all of the objectives. Have Line Breaker and First Blood, but no Slay the Warlord. And we're going to see if the game goes on. What was it? A 1. No, game ends. So yeah, I think a solid victory there for the Eldar. It did start off quite dicey, to be fair, but yeah, it worked out fine in the end. Okay, that's it for this game. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.